Just about set to go now and getting to start. Michael King, what do you look for here?
Well, primary pitch is an outstanding sinker. It's hard to pick up out of the hand, but in the last few feet really has arm side movement. Tough pitch for hitters to get the barrel of the bat on.
Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. Up and
That's
in. Now 1-2. Stays alive. Hit hard, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Good. Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. This one popped up. A rise. Corrals it. And there's one down. And now the opening day lineup for the Braves. Chris, this is a franchise and a fan base that expects success.
No doubt about that, Boog. I mean, they've gone to the postseason 7 straight years, and last year was the first time they didn't win the NL East since 2017. I wouldn't be surprised if they reclaim their spot atop the East and make a deep postseason run this year.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. And that one fouled off. Harris over at first with one away. Gets a piece and stays alive. That one just missing inside, and that's ball one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
To the right side, dives, but it kicks off his glove to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
On the ground. And it stays fair. Harris rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead. And it's an RBI single, 1-0.
Big RBI for him right there. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Pitch misses there. Ball 2.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2 on, 1 out. Fastball is outside. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. There's the strike. Sale, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a changeup, and he works in a sinker.
1-1.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2-2.
Sale delivers. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
That's the ball.
Just missed.
Full count.
Up the middle. Throw on to Olsen. So they get the out after a long battle at the plate. It's Xander Bogaerts now.
Xander Bogaerts.
Ball 1, no strikes. 1 out, bases empty. A little bit low.
That's the ball, low.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. One down. Luis Arraez stands in.
1 ball, no
Squirts
strike.
away a little bit. Left field. 2 away. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
0-1.
Strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Goes down looking. Padres lead. Back here in San Diego, here's Sean Murphy.
The catcher, Sean Murphy.
King back to work. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
Nope, that's outside. Ball.
Freddie Ferguson behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
And the righty deals. And it remains 2-2. misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
And the batter now, Zach Neto. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
It's 0-1.
He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at bat. You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him in a chase on the two-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Here's Austin Riley. Campusano tries to block it, but it gets away. Throws, save, and both runners move up on the wild pitch.
Got to take advantage of this opportunity now because of the wild pitch. They've got two runners in scoring position. Good time for the hitter to lock in, put the ball in play hard somewhere.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Riley used to be a pitcher back in the day, Boog. In fact, fans used to give him a hard time in his rookie ball days because he started the season with a long slump. He'd get messages questioning if he should go back to pitching, but it turns out he made the right choice.
Second and third, one away here on opening day. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And it's gone. Home run. And they add to their lead. It's 4-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive. And it paid off. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. And it's into the gap. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a two-bagger.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
So, runner at second, 2 down. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1.
That one misses, and 1-1. Here's the pitch to Olson. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Acuna stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Grabs it on the run, and that'll do it. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. Back here at Petco Park in beautiful San Diego. This place hosted postseason baseball last year, Siggy, and Padre fans hope they'll experience more of the same this year.
great energy in this ballpark, and a successful Padres team is really good for baseball. They're giving the Dodgers everything they can handle in the NL West. Plus, Petco Park has turned into one of the best postseason experiences in the league.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
So a man at first. So digging in now for San Diego, Riley. Over to Albies. A sensational double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And first offering is fouled off. And that's outside. Ball. Next offering is in for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Padres go down quietly. They're on the top half of the 3rd inning. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jurickson Profar. Profar gets a piece there. Profar, who hails from Curacao, same place that produced Andrew Jones. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. 0-2 now. And there's a ball.
1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
This one in the air, center field. Merrill settles under this one. Makes the grab, one away. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He hit into a double play his first time up. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Ozuna goes 6'1", hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he was selected to the All-Star game last year. And ball 1. One down, base is empty. Ripped to 3rd. Whips it to 1st. Ozuna is out. So here's Murphy now. He's built his reputation as one of the top framers in the sport. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
No balls, 1 strike.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
No balls, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field, and it drops in, and that keeps the inning alive.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
So 2 down, digging in, Zach Neto. In the air out towards right center. And that'll do it. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in for San Diego, Luis Campusano. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He caught it behind his back. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out. Now here's Jake Cronenworth.
The second baseman, Jake.
That one misses. And it's 1-0. Slider misses outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Albies tosses to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. So the San Diego batting order turns over. Next for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. And that one fouled off. Out to short. To first.
He's out of
3
there.
up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing there for the Friars. Start of the 4th, and here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Tatis hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's Austin Riley. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And there's 2 away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Check swing to the first pitch. Look down to third. Didn't go. Two down, nobody on. And now it's even up.
1-1.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
1-2.
Swing and a ground ball. Bogarts with the throw to first. And that is that. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Xander Bogaerts.
First pitch just misses.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Next pitch off the plate. And now 3-0.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Line drive, base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Luis Arias. There's one, and that's all they'll get.
Now batting.
So man aboard, one down, and it's Tatis at the plate. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
0-1.
And that's outside. Slow roller to third. Riley. Off balance feed. There's one. And their second double play of the day will end the 4th. One hit in the inning, but no one left. We've played 4. It's the Braves 4 and the Padres nothing. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Ron Marinaccio.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him. You know, these Braves putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Not close with that one, and that is ball 1. And down on strikes. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Here's Matt Olson down. 1 for 2. And it's fouled away. Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, 1 away here on opening day. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Next offering misses down and away. and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Ground ball up the middle. Throws to first in time, and it's a 1-2-3. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. That one catches the zone, and that is strike one. And Manny gets a piece. Hit softly on the ground left side. Zips it to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth. And now the DH, Eggy Rosario.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
That's in there, and a count 1-1.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
And that's in for a strike. The Braves leading by 4, last half of inning number 5. On the ground to third. Throws to first. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along, 2 quick outs. Joe stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Swing and a miss.
1-1.
On the ground right side.
Foul.
And foul ball. Outside low. And it's 2-2.
2-2.
Got him swinging. He continues to roll on the mound. Back here at Petco Park. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Marcell Ozuna. Marinaccio back to work. And that's fouled off. Marinaccio, 29 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's the catcher, Sean Murphy. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0.
1 ball, no strikes.
Swings through that.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
1-1.
And a swing and a miss there.
1-2's the count.
Next pitch misses way outside. Strike 3, went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout.
The batter, number
2
9,
outs, base is empty. And the batter will be the shortstop, Zach Neto. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th.
Ball.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. And they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. And he'll pull into second safely. So runner at second, 2 down. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. In the air, left field. Makes the catch, and that is that. And we're back. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Luis Campusano just missed. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball. That one the other way. He takes it on his own. One away, bottom of the sixth.
Now batting.
Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. First offering misses badly for ball one.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throw on to Olsen. That takes care of Cronenworth. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. And that one clips the corner.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at bat.
That's in. Ball.
Got him looking. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Yuki Matsui into the game. Here comes Austin Riley. 0 for 2 in this one.
Matsui.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Bogarts with the throw to first. That's the first out, the top of the seventh.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II, and he had a big swing of the bat early on in the ball game.
Yep, a 3-run rocket back in the second. Even though it was early, a big homer like that can be tough to come back from when you're on the other end of that thing. I mean, it's tough. Sets up an uphill battle the rest of the way.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count is 1-1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Base is empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. And that one hammered. Going back on this one. Just missed it.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
In the air to left down the line, Joe. And that is that. Bottom of the inning, and here is Xander Bogaerts. Outside low, ball one.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
That misses, and it's 2-1. And downstairs.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And Sale deals. Ground ball right side. And he takes it himself for the out. Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. And a slider in there for a strike. The Braves leading by 4 here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering is downstairs. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. And here is Fernando Tatis Jr. And that misses. Ball 1. Up the middle. On to first. And that will end the inning. Here is Matt Olson, 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. That one missed.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Two.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out at a splitter.
Well, that split caught a lot of the zone. Definitely a hittable pitch, but coming off the fastball the pitch before, it's kind of tough to recognize. You notice there's something different about it. He threw it with the same arm action, same release point, and he left it up. But the movement and the change of speeds, that was enough to do the job.
Profar gets a piece there.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
That's outside. Going to count 1-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. Foul ball there. Next offering is fouled back.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
Ball.
Outside. And the count 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And that one inside, and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And here's the catcher, Sean Murphy. Up the middle, Bogarts handles the chance. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Here comes Manny Machado. He's 0 for 1. That one's in there. Strike 1. Sale. Still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point he wants to finish what he started.
Ball
One
one
ball, 2
there.
strikes.
Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
missed. That's the
Absolutely.
ball.
When you consider over the course of a long
2-2.
season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down. Next is the designated hitter, Eggy Rosario. Just missed.
Ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he'll reach second with 1 away.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Fouled off left side.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
And it's through for a hit. Now a long throw home. Slides his hand in there. Save. It's 4-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Not much to this.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout.
Pitching for the Braves.
Now here is Luis Campusano. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Check swing, and he went.
1 and 2.
And that's strike 2. That one to first. The throw to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Adrian Morejon on to pitch here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And first offering is fouled off. Morejon, the lefty who lights up the radar gun. 26 years old, and he was born in Cuba. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-2.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
The shortstop takes the ball.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Tatis brings it in. One away. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Line drive. That's a hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Austin Riley at the plate. First pitch swinging.
0-1.
Strike two.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2. And that's outside.
That's outside. Ball.
High fly ball out to center field. Merrill pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's two down. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. That one almost got him. Albies leads off first with two down to the inning. In the air, left side. Makes the grab on the run. And that is... So digging in, Jake Cronenworth. He's grounded out a couple of times. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball one.
This guy's seen two changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
This to third. Riley fires to first. That takes care of Cronenworth. He's 2 outs away. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. First offering, and it just misses. Ripped on the ground to second in plenty of time to first, and a couple of quick outs. Last chance for the Padres. Xander Bogaerts the next up for the Pod. To third, Riley. On to first. Ball game. And the Braves take game one of the series on the road.
Well, there's a lot more work to be done in this series, but it all starts one game at a time. Taking the
The Atlanta Braves and the. All right, ready to get underway. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. In the air, right side. Tatis after it. And makes the grab. One up, one down. Here's Matt Olson.
Batting second, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Way inside, gets out of the way. That one ripped. That's back there. And gone. His first homer of the year, and just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
1 out, base is empty. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. On the ground to the left.
Foul.
And it goes just foul.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Merrill brings it in with a nice running grab. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Profar down. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball
No
right
ball,
by him,
strike.
slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Next offering way off the plate.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's an early. Bottom of the first, and now Jackson Merrill. A changeup missing, and it's 1-0.
Ball 2. 2-0.
And that is out of play. The wind to kick the pitch. Fouls one off. 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Strider deals. Hit on the ground to the right side. Albies slings to first. He made the pitcher earn that out after a long at bat. And here comes Sander Bogarts. That misses. 1-0. One out, base is empty. There's the strike. 95 of that one. Just off the outside edge.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
One down, base is empty. And a ground ball to first. He steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down. Luis Ariz stands in. Hitless yesterday as they only pushed across 1 run. Down and away for ball one. That one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Two outs, runner at first. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Manny Machado now at the plate as he swings through strike one. To the right side, and that's just foul.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that's the third out. Padres get one in the inning with a solo blast. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Top of the second, here's Marcell Ozuna. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Grabs it right up against the wall. And the batter now, Austin Riley. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Diaz makes the play. That's out number 2.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
That one hit to right. Tatis sizing this one up. Brings it in for the third out. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the veteran catcher, Elias Diaz. That one fouled off. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Got him looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. Now it's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Not even close there. Ball one.
Strider's a guy known for his velocity. He can bring it, but that wasn't always the case. Coming back from an injury in college, Strider was throwing 94 to 96 miles per hour, Boog, when the Braves drafted him. Now he lights up the radar gun with triple-digit speeds.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Acuna after it. Hauls it in for the out. And there are 2 outs. Here's Jason Hayward. Headed towards the corner. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and he pulls in with a double for his first hit of the year. So runner at second, 2 down. Connor Joe, the next up for the Padres. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And that one upstairs. And a foul ball. Next pitch, not close, up high.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. And that'll do it. Back here in San Diego, all set for the start of the inning. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. And that one fouled off.
Albies is playing on the road, so you know that means he's been FaceTiming with his pet fish. This guy owns a few home aquariums, and it's no secret he likes talking to his fish when he's away. In fact, Albies had cameras installed so he can check on the fish anytime he wants.
Here's Sean Murphy. There's the swing and a miss. Murphy, a former Gold Glove winner, 30 years old now, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. popped up. Arise. 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup, Michael Harris II. Now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Two out, space is empty. Swing and a miss. Cease with the strikeout. And a break. As we go to the last of the third. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Just missed.
Strider out there on the mound for this one, and he's a guy who had a really impressive college career but needed Tommy John surgery while playing for Clemson.
And that'll fall for a base hit. And a good start to the inning. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfield.
Now this one gets through. And they're at the corners with nobody out. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Now at the plate, Luis Arias.
0-1.
You know, Boog, Strider spent time with a sports psychologist at Clemson while rehabbing from his surgery. They talked a lot about the concept of purpose and the importance of having a defined goal for everything you do. You know, it's something Strider now preaches himself.
That one at 95, missed up top. It's a ball and 2 strikes. In the air to left center, Neto sizes this one up. He's got it. And there's one away.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Tatis takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2, get out of this. All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And now it's Manny Machado. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1's the count.
And that's outside. And it's 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Here in the last half of the third.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Acuna. He's there. He's got it. That is the back here at Petco Park. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Matt Olson. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
You know, these Braves, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first, and a quick out, number 1. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And there's a foul ball.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
And he swings through that one.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Now batting Jurickson Profar. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That's out number 2. Marcell Ozuna next up for the Braves. Fly to center his first time. Check on the runner. Acuna dives back in. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
0-2.
Got him. That K is his third of the game. No run. Bottom four, and now it's Elias Diaz. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
There's a strike. And down on strikes he goes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So up next, Jake Cronenworth. Ground ball, Austin Riley. Gets it to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Cease back to work. Pitch misses,
no strike.
And that is ball 1.
You know, these Braves definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
This one chopped up the middle. Bogarts on the run, sent it over to first. In time, got him. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Grounded out his first time. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Tatis makes the catch, and that'll do it. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Stepping in for San Diego, Connor Joe. Fastball for a strike.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
In the air out towards right center. And it's caught for the out. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. There's a strike. Foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Albies handles, throws to first. 2 gone now. Here's Xander Bogaerts.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
2 outs. And that's
Inside
off
ball.
the inside edge. And that's ball 2. Slider right there.
2 balls, 1 strike. That's ball 3.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Swing and a miss. Full count now. In the air, left field. Profar settles under it. Makes the grab. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
0-1.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it falls. Off to a good start with a leadoff nod.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Harris swings through it for strike one. That one finds the corner. 0-2.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Up and in. 1-2 to count.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
That one way inside.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And that one into the air center field. Merrill puts it away for the out. Matt Olson up to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Calls it in, and there's 2 away. Here's Acuna now. He's 0 for 1.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
That's hard hit on the line. And that's a base hit.
And now first and second with 2 outs.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Murphy around third. He scores to tie it up. It's an RBI single. It's 2-2. First and second, 2 outs. Marcell Ozuna next up for the Braves. 0 for 2 in this one. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
0-1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Next pitch is outside. Activity in the bullpen. Jeremiah Estrada getting loose out there. Suarez also getting ready. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
1 ball.
Go ahead run at second. And we're at the top half of the 6th. That missed by a lot. And the count now even up. Way outside, straight to the backstop. And the runners will move up. Bit of strategy here. They issue the intentional walk, and that'll set up a force play at any base. Here comes Austin Riley.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
2 outs. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Bases loaded, 2 down. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Tatis moving under it. Squeezes it. And that's the 3rd out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Luis Arraez. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And that just misses.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away. Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
On the ground, could be 2. Over to Albies. Out. On to Olsen. Out. That's 2.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Here's Elias Diaz. And that one fouled off. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
With the go-ahead run at third here in the bottom of the 6th. Out there to center. Harris racing after it. Tracks it down for the out. And the
pitching for the Padres.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Jeremiah Estrada.
Jeremiah Estrada.
Neto at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
That misses. And the count 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
On the ground, right side. And Albies is retired. Sean Murphy next up for the Braves. 1 for 2. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Diaz. He's got it, and that'll end the inning.
Now pitching for the Braves.
So they turn to their closer, Joe Jimenez.
Number 77.
He's making his 2nd appearance of the season.
Jimenez.
Cronenworth stands in now and watches strike 1.
0-1.
Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center. Hauls it in for the out. And next is the designated hitter, Jason Hayward. Fought off foul. All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul ball still 0-2.
Ball.
Good eye right there. Just off the outside edge. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And a swing and a miss. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And a foul ball. Swing and a ball popped up. And that drops foul. Right through there, got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets it. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Robert Suarez. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Inside. And that's ball 1.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Misses off the inside. 2-0. And another ball.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Matt Olson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
And that's in for a strike.
And it's 3-1.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Got him looking. That was pretty nasty.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Olson goes after that one for strike one. Late swing, foul to the left. Here's the pitch to Olson. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Yeah, that's fouled off. Hit in the air, center field. Merrill makes the catch, and that is that. Back here in San Diego, on to the bottom of the 8th, and now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill, Neto. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Well, Boo, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Slider for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
2 strikes.
Smoked on the ground a second. Albies over to first in time. And that quickly 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And another ball. On the ground, right side. Albies sends it to first. Padres go down 1-2-3. Back here at Petco Park. Profar climbs in on that left side. Suarez back to work. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Pitch misses. 1-1. And fouled off. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Next offering is outside. Go ahead run in scoring position. Nobody out. And a count 1-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Man at second. Down the line, and it's foul.
100 miles an hour, foul that off. That's a good piece of swinging. I won't say hitting because he didn't get a knock, but a good piece of swinging to keep the at bat alive.
And that one is lifted in the air. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Save! And the go-ahead runs at third. Here is Austin Riley. 0 for 3 in this one. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. He goes down looking.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make it.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And that one is gone. A two-run homer, and they take the lead. It's 4-2. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Most times it's the pitcher looking at the scoreboard for velocity, but in this case it's the hitter. He just turned around triple digits at the dish. I don't even know how he saw that pitch. Maybe he didn't, but he got a home run out of it.
So two down. Ozzie Albies next up for the Braves, known for his late inning heroics. First pitch misses. Swings through that one for strike one. Action in the pen down there. Yuki Matsui, the left-hander, up and throwing. Morejon, the power lefty, up as well. Swung on, belted. Ranging back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Raisel Iglesias.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
And that misses. 2-1.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you if he will.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. On the ground to third, Riley. Slings it across. One out, bottom of the ninth.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Machado in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Acuna pulls it down, and there's two gone. So it's their last chance in this one. Elias Diaz digs in now. Right through there for a strike. Two-run game with two away here in the bottom of the ninth. That one's upstairs, ball one.
One ball, one strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. This could end it. Lifted to left, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves take the first two games of this series on the road.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. The Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. Strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Did he trip?
What happened? Sniper? Great effort. That's how bad he wanted that one. Head first dive.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. That's ripped to right down the line. Nice grab on the run. And there are two down. Two down, base is empty. And next for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr. 2 for 7 in the series so far. Inside, almost got him.
Hey!
2 outs, base is empty.
1-1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Clearly he was
ball,
sitting on a
2
fastball
strikes.
right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
2 balls.
And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. On the ground right side, takes it himself. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. Here's Bogarts now. 3 for 8 in the series coming in. High fly ball down the left field line. Profar has a beat on it, and there's 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Liner, base hit. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Well, there's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first, thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
Check swing, and he held up. And a swing and a miss. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 3 of this 4-game series.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. New inning getting started. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Jurickson Profar. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. He makes the grab, and there's 1 away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, but just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So here's Riley now. Hitless in the first 2 games of the series. He's 0 for 8. And there's a strike.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
There's a swing and a drive. That one back. Gone. That one felt good, and the Braves had the lead now. It's 1-0. 2 pitches, 2 swings, that one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
And the batter now, Zach Neto. Tap foul at the plate. Way out front for strike 2.
No
2
ball,
down,
2
base
strikes.
is empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the 2nd. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Diaz on to first in time. So the drop 3rd strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. Braves get 1 on the big fly. It's now 1-0. And we're back. Here's Manny Machado. First pitch just misses. Lopez, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Carl Dixon doing the umpiring behind the plate.
And Boog, I'm not sure if it's because he sort of sets up higher than most, but one thing to be aware of with Dixon is the high strike. Not usually a big deal because most players are swinging at pitches up there, but we may see some surprise looks from hitters from time to time because that's just so unusual.
Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
Right through there for a strike. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
To the right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning going. Here's Jason Hayward. That one fouled off. Next offering misses, and that's ball 1. Cronenworth, the runner at first with 2 gone. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Look out. That fastball drilled him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Not close with that one. 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss as he was out front. 2 aboard, 2 outs. That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. That one the other way. Base hit. Here comes Cronenworth around 3rd. Here comes the throw. He'll score and then tie it. It's 1-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. Bottom half of inning number 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This one lifted in the air, left field, Profar. And that ends the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. On to the 3rd inning. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Darvish back to work. Swing and a miss. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game. And the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
And out number 1 on the grab. So here's Murphy now.
The catcher, Sean Murphy.
Down in the dirt, swing and a miss.
All 1's the count.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Diaz down to first with it. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris the second.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swinging a foul straight back. Darvish kicks, delivers. And a swing and a miss down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the number 2 hitter, Xander Bogaerts. Oh, that ball drilled back up the box and nailed the pitcher.
Oh.
Still able to get it there in time. He keeps his composure and they get the out. Arise in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
1-0.
1 out, base is empty. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it falls. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. And that is out of play. Arise leads off first with 1 away.
Ball.
Outside low. And a count
1
even
ball,
1 and 1.
That's outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
You know, I always felt as a base runner, base stealer that, you know, if you can get in that first, second, maybe third pitch, get your jump and steal second base, you had a much better chance of being successful. As it gets deeper into that at bat and those pitches rack up.
And he's there with a double.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
And that one popped in the air left field. Neto on his way over, nabs it, and that is the inning. Back here in San Diego, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Matt Olson. That's towards center. Merrill makes the grab, 1 down. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Went down on strikes his first time through. There's a strike.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
That one not close. And it's a ball and a strike. That one ripped. It bangs off the Western Metal building, and it's gone. A home run. His first homer of the year. It's 2-1.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in. Top half of inning number 4. Now one missed. The 1-1 is fouled off. That's off the inside corner. It's 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And it remains 2-2.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
To the right side, Cronenworth whips it to first. Profar is out. Marcelo Zuna coming up to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he's up to 7 strikeouts. Acuna goes yard for the Braves. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball. Back here at Petco Park, ready to go, bottom 4. And now, Elias Diaz.
You know, these Padres showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a foul out of play.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Caught him looking for the K. And now the DH, Jason Hayward. Just missed.
Counts 1-0.
Swing and a miss. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And it is 2-1. Next offering is fouled back. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Just misses the mark outside the zone. That's a walk. Went with another changeup but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Joe in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. And foul ball. Hayward off of first with 2 away. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. So no. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Makes the catch for the out. 1 away. Now, Zach Neto. 0 for 1 so far. Popped up. The rise. Puts it away for the out.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Tatis hauls it in to end the inning. Nothing across. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in, Jackson Merrill. That's in there. That's strike 1. And that one fouled off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that skips into dirt.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on 1 hitter.
Throws across the diamond. That was a strong at-bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base. Foul ball there. Lopez ready to fire now. Just off the outside edge. And now it's even 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Chris, third time through the order and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
The rise. The next to hit takes ball one. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1-1.
The Padres trailing by a run. Last half of inning number 5. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that drops in for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. The rise leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a miss, and that is that. And we're back. Top of the 6th inning. Here's Sean Murphy. Darvish back to work. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Diaz on to first, and he'll be safe at first. And now Michael Harris the second.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That misses the zone. Ball 1. Harris in his 4th year, 24 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Fouled off. He was late. Nobody out. Runner at first. And he grounds one to the right side. Cronenworth. Off balance feed. There's one. But no throw to first as he'll hold on to it. And now Matt Olson up to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a liner foul off to the right.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Darvish checks on the runner, and he's back in there. Man at first, one away. Next offering is fouled back.
One ball, 2 strikes.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Way inside.
2 strikes.
One-run game, 1 out, 1 on.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
That missed by a lot. 3-2 now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Darvish delivers. There goes the runner. In there for strike 3. And safe. It's a stolen base.
Well, almost a strike him out, throw him out play right there, but 3-2 is a great count to run on. There's a good chance the hitter puts the ball in play, so it can turn into a big play offensively as well.
Acuna in the box again, takes the strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Hit in the air out to center field. Merrill makes the grab, and that'll do it. 1 error in the inning, but it doesn't hurt him.
Now pitching for Atlanta.
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Brian Abreu. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Machado in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
The high heat, too much on that one.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there. Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle.
Runner takes off on the ground to first. He takes it on his own. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. Jason Hayward, the next up for the Padres. That one almost got him. With the tying run at second here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a bouncer towards third. Throw on to Olsen. That's the third out. Inning over. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Ron Marinaccio.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Right side, Arise. Steps on first for the out. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Little chopper rolls foul.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Jeremiah Estrada up and loosening in the pen. Suarez getting loose as well. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Base is empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that's downstairs and outside. This one in the air. Arise has it sized up. And there's 2 down. Here's Austin Riley. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
0-1's the count.
2 down, nobody on. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Next offering upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Next one is off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And there's a ball. Fly ball down the line. Tatis. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, Connor Joe. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Profar under it. And there's 1 down. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. Misses inside. And it's 1-0. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fights it off. You'll see another. Out to short. Neto. to first, and now 2 gone.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
Bogart swings through that one. Swing and a miss at a slider. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And good work there. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jeremiah Estrada.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Fastball is outside. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
99 miles per hour to finish him off.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Estrada, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
1 down, base is empty. Foul ball still 0-2.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
That one missing inside. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, you know, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Diaz gets it to first, and Albies is retired. 2 outs, base is empty. Sean Murphy next up for the Braves. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Two outs. Swings and misses. And he strikes out the side.
Now pitching for Atlanta.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Justin Slayton.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So with 1 down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a drive. Deep left field. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Now Machado up here. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
Bounce to the left side. Riley tosses to first. Machado out of the play. That's the 3rd out. New pitcher coming on, the veteran Robert Suarez. Back to the top of the order now. Now here is Michael Harris II. That one in triple digits. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Matt Waldrop up and throwing. Vasquez getting cranked up as well. Pulls that one foul. And he chases that one. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. And the batter now, Matt Olson. 0 for 3 in this one. Suarez measures 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. 1 down, base is empty. High fly ball out towards left field. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Diaz makes the grab, and there's two gone. And now it's Atlanta's cleanup hitter, Jurickson Profar. On the ground. Cronenworth throws on to first. Profar is out. Back here in San Diego, here's the catcher, Elias Diaz. And the first offering is not close. Hit on the ground to short. Neto tosses across to first, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth. He's 2 outs away. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. First pitch, not close. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. That one's in there. 1-2. Stays alive. And a ball and 2 strikes. Hard liner. Brings it in, and there's 2 away.
Well, off the bat, it looked like they might get that tying run on base, maybe even extra bases. No dice, though. A little unlucky on that one.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves take the first 3 games of this 4-game set.
Kind of a strange win, only 3 hits, so they definitely weren't firing on all cylinders there. Great pitching, really kept them in it and gave them a chance.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.